I originally never wanted to tell this story to anyone, but I recently lost my job, so I was like, you know what, screw it, let's tell people the story. So alright, I was working as a cashier in a supermarket and we have 4 different managers there. And you can take a wild guess at which one I had my crush on. Alright, my contestants, here are your answers. A. Our big boss manager. They look like a nerd. Is it B? The nice manager. They're probably the only one who treated me like a human. Is it C? The paranoid manager. They trust nothing and nobody. Or is it D? The bully manager. Every new worker will go through an initial bullying. Type your answers in the comments below, and if you want to, you can also add reasoning. I'm actually pretty curious about that. Okay, and now to reveal the answer, it is D, the bully manager. Yeah, I know I have terrible taste in women. This bully manager probably even treated me worse than they usually do, because I made the worst first impression you can ever do. On my first day there as a cashier, I didn't know there were other bosses besides the big boss himself, you know? Yeah, so they put me alone on the cash register, and when I didn't know what to do, the female manager was the first other worker I saw. And since she was a bit younger looking than the other managers, I didn't thought she would be my superior or anything. I would say she was around her mid-30s maybe. And she was a bit chubby looking Latina woman with a resting bitch face. Big mistake. Gran error. She not just completely ignored my plea for help, she was so pissed off. And I realized why after I found out she was my manager, and I was like, You see, the German language is pretty strict with formal and informal speech. We have the formal speech, which is Sie, with a capital S, and the informal speech, which is Du. And both means you, and you use Sie for people of authority, people who are older than you, or people you don't know. So if you use Du on a person of authority, you're gonna get your ass whooped. And man, did she whoop my ass. Metaphorically, of course. Yeah, so now we have established that I screwed up 2 hours into the job. Miss Relachi, you have to work faster. Yes. Miss Relachi, arrange the snacks here first. Yes. Miss Relachi, what are you doing? You have to be at the register now. Yes. I don't know if it was on purpose, probably was, but in my first 2 shifts with her, she gave me the busiest cash register in the whole market. And mind you, I had 10-hour shifts every Saturday. How did this bully turn into a crush? Honestly, I don't know. Consisting of working non-stop, arranging our products, being on the cash register and getting supplies out of the storage downstairs. Only 30 minutes of break while having one of the managers breathing down my neck every step of the way. And I'd come home after my shift at midnight and just crash into my bed and sometimes on the floor, depending on which seems more comfortable coming home after work. And like I said before, we have 4 different managers and they like to rotate themselves throughout the week, and I always ended up with her in my shift, and I don't know if it was luck or not. Maybe it was destiny. I just realized I never learned her name. She never introduced herself to me. She just like saw me and straight up went to scolding me. Let's fast forward a bit, 2-3 months into the whole work thing, and I like to think that her facial expression and her tonality towards me slightly got better. Question mark? Miss Relachi, take care of the garbage. Miss Relachi, I need you to stack the fruits. At first, I dreaded her, but then I began to get excited whenever she called for me. And then she also stopped yelling at me. Yeah, so, you know, the Latina manager, she wasn't very popular with the workers there. They all hated her. And after 2 or 3 months, I felt like she was getting nicer. Either that or I just got used to the bullying. Maybe we all just got used to the bullying. Maybe that's it. I started greeting her more cheerfully every time I saw her. I anticipated the next time she would call me, and even if her talking to me consisted of her giving me my next order of work. The story of my manager crush ends here, because they fired me. Well, I mean, technically they didn't fire me. My temporary work contract expired with them and they didn't want to renew it. But yeah, it sounds more dramatic when I say they fired me. And this is 2019 YouTube. It's all about drama, right? Hey, psst. Thanks for watching. Have you heard about the story of my eBay seller and his crazy girlfriend? She tried to fight me because she got jealous of me buying a game off of him. No spoilers. Click on this video for the full story. It's worth it. I'll see you around.